Hi everyone, welcome to sketching. This is day 7 of my 5-minute sketching challenge. Today I'm going to be drawing a tomato, and I was really pleased with today's drawing because I used a different type of brush in Procreate. It was an ink brush. It had a lot of texture to it, and in my traditional artwork that I do, I use a lot of ink and mixed media, so I thought I'll give it a try, something a little bit different today. Kind of instead of just concentrating on one brush, I thought I'll kind of combine a couple of brushes. So I started off by blocking in some of the ink, the main shape of the tomato, and kind of like layering on with this ink brush. I think it's called a Jasinki ink brush or something like that. Probably said that completely wrong, but it's the ink brush in Procreate from the artistic brushes. It's one of the new brushes that they've got in the update to Procreate. So I'm just basically layering the ink, the colour, on kind of different levels to kind of bring out some contrast. And now I'm just working in the lighter shade for the kind of centre part of the tomato with the same brush, and overall I was really liking this effect. I was liking it so much that I kind of got overexcited and I totally forgot about time, and I think this video actually, this sketch actually went all the way to 9 or 10 minutes, and I totally forgot that this was supposed to be done in 5 minutes, so I've sped this video up, so it's not in real time, it's just slightly faster than what it was in real time, but I just really wanted to get this drawing done to like a half decent level, not a finished level of course, but a half decent level. So I'm just working in the kind of the seeds of the tomato now with just a kind of orange shade, again using the same brush, and I just think it's just such a beautiful kind of texture on this brush. It mimics a lot of real life paper texture and ink in the type of work that I do, so I was really pleased with this. I mean, if at the end of the sketch, if you kind of look at the sketch for a second, you might not think it's done in in a digital form. You might even think that it's actually done using real materials, and that's kind of the look that I'm after. Being new to digital, well, not brand new to digital, but kind of being new to digital art on the iPad, I'm trying to get this type of look, especially being an illustrator and kind of doing illustrated books. I like this rough kind of texture, compared to the perfectly blended out colours that you get in digital. I'm not really a fan of that. It's not my style. That's more style of kind of comic book colouring, and it looks great in comic books, but for kind of my type of artwork that I do, I prefer the rough textured look, the kind of more rustic look, if you like. So again, I was just going in with just a normal HB pencil using the darker shade of red to come up with the outlines, and then I decided to kind of use the blending tool to blend in the colours on the base of the tomato, purely because I wanted that to be a lot more smoother. I wanted the rough edges to be like on the edge, like the crust area of the tomato where the cut is done from. I was really happy with the effect, and obviously if I spend more time on this, I'd be able to get this to a level where I'd be quite happy with, but being an artist, and I'm always self-critical of the type of work that I do. I'm never happy with what I do, but hey, that's just the way things is, isn't it? You can only keep on improving. You'll never get to where you really want to be. I'd never really got to where I really want to be even after all these years. I just keep finding that there's so many new things that I'm learning all the time and kind of implementing them in my work, looking at how other artists work, and it's just always inspirational. What all I'm doing now is just adding in some highlights. I think I've switched over to the oil brush just to give a bit of a kind of a variation in the look and feel of the tomato, and in the middle of kind of the centre I added some strokes using the white, and just adding a couple of more strokes on the base of the kind of outer layer of the skin. So yeah, so you can kind of get like a feel of like difference in texture and gradient, with the base being smooth and like on the crust area where it's cut from, the kind of center being a lot more rough. And now all I'm doing is just adding a little shadow in, using just the round brush, like I've done before in my previous drawings. And again, all I'll be doing is kind of darkening those areas on the tomato with that round brush in grey, and then I switch also to a red. But yeah, overall, I think out of the drawings that I've done so far, this is probably the I've been most happy with. And I'm going to do this style of drawing now for the next couple of drawings, like a mixed media approach. I'm quite looking forward to doing that, actually, and possibly working on like a more complete painting using this approach. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, just generally speaking, art is just it's just an expression, isn't it? You've probably heard me say this all the time. And you don't have to draw in a certain way unless that's what you're after. If you're after realism, then there's certain rules that you can apply to get that effect that you're after in realism. If you're after just illustration and you want to just express yourself by using illustration, then you don't need to sit down and worry about rules and how you're meant to colour, how you're not meant to colour. Just go ahead and draw, because that's what this channel's all about. It's just about picking up that pen or that Apple Pencil and just going ahead and drawing, and not worrying too much about oh, this doesn't look right, because you're just going to slowly improve. And this is why I keep saying to try this challenge. You will definitely see an improvement in your drawings. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for your time. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for your time again. Take care and peace.